Tuesday. You guys just saw me make my coffee. I made myself a latte, essentially. I do 2 shots of espresso, and then I froth the sugar-free Italian sweet cream creamer, and it turns out like that. It's really good. So it is about 10 to 9. I've been awake, I shouldn't say I haven't been up, but I've been awake for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sloan is still sleeping. I have her on the monitor in this hand here. I can kind of show you guys. She was starting to stir a little bit. Can you guys see? I don't know. But she is sleeping. She's turned herself around in the crib completely, per usual. So I am going to sit down and kind of relax. Actually, I should probably let the dog out because she's standing at the door. She decided to get her lazy booty out of the bed too. So I'm gonna let her out. I figured I kind of would do a day in the life / maybe a bit of an update since it's been a while since I filmed anything. So I figured why not sit down and do that with you guys. So I have a seat at the kitchen table so I can see the dog and I can chat with you guys. So kind of ignore the crud behind me. Dog treats and a half-dead succulent. So Sloan is 12 weeks today. And I've been off work, obviously, since I had her, but I took off work. I worked basically up until I had her. I worked past my due date, which was May 16th. And then I had her on the 22nd, but I think I worked until like the 18th. So I need to dust this table, my goodness. I am kind of in limbo on when I'm going back to work and how much I will be working. So for those that don't know, I work for my family's business. My mom owns a senior healthcare company, and I manage all of her HR. I do all of her marketing. I do a lot of her like office management type stuff. So that being said, I do have a little bit of flexibility, obviously, in when I go back and how much I go back. And my mom has been really amazing in the whole process and not really like pushing me to like, you need to come back on this date, things like that. I also have the luxury of, my husband and I are in a financial situation where I don't have to go back right away. I was able to extend my leave. I pay through AFLAC, or I had an AFLAC policy that paid my short-term disability and hospitalization fees, so that essentially paid for my maternity leave. That paid for 8 weeks. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not going to sell you guys on that. If it's something that your company offers, I don't know if it's something that you can take out without having like a company affiliation to it. I don't know that for sure. But it's something, they pay 60% of your wages. So for us, it 100% covered what our insurance didn't cover for Sloan's delivery. And I was able to essentially live off that money, and we didn't have to tap into savings or anything like that. So I'm very, very grateful for the amount of time that I had off, but it is getting to the point where my husband is eagerly awaiting my return to work. So the plan is that I'm going to be working 3 days, essentially, is what my plan is. It's because I do not want and I refuse to put Sloan into childcare. So I'm working it out with my mom that hopefully I can work at home a little bit and I can go into the office a little bit and maybe take her with me on the day or two that I have to go into the office. Because obviously I'm not going to have people come to my house for interviews. However, I don't feel like, and I know that it's not professional to have a child during interviews. So there's logistics to it that we're still working out. That being said, I am going to have a little bit more free time, and I kind of am kicking myself for not jumping on this bandwagon before, but I was really just enjoying settling into motherhood and you know, enjoying my baby, but I do regret that I didn't get back into YouTube. I took a decent break from YouTube, as you guys have known. And if you're still following and subscribed, I really appreciate it. It got to the point where there was so many politics to it all, and my channel was monetized, but I didn't have a huge subscriber count. So I was through Jen, was who I was like affiliated with, and that's who I got paid by. And I didn't get paid often. I didn't make very much money. I got one check from them. I got a $50 check, and then I had reached a point where I was supposed to be getting my second check, and they booted me, and I have yet to get paid for that. I have sent my information on where to send my check, my direct deposit information. I have sent them information numerous times, and I finally gave up. It put a really bad taste in my mouth, and while I know that wasn't a direct YouTube thing, it still really, really irritated me. So that was the first reason I decided that I was gonna kind of take a break. And then YouTube completely demonetized videos unless you have a higher subscriber count, which I'm nowhere near. I mean, I barely have, I don't even know, I'm 450 subscribers, very, very small channel. So not that it's about that, but it's really discouraging when you have these dreams and you want to make it into this big thing and you want to grow your channel, but they literally make it impossible to do so, because if you don't have a high subscriber count, your stuff's not essentially being seen. Even with keywords and stuff like that in your descriptions, your stuff is just not going to be seen. So that being said, I was just you know what, maybe this isn't for me. But I've realized that I love watching daily vloggers. I loved sharing a lot of stuff with you guys. I mean, it got very monotonous, and I will be honest, I was doing a lot of grocery hauls and that sort of thing because it was getting me the views, and it was what was growing my channel. But gosh, I need some chapstick, y'all. I don't know. I want to get back to the basics and kind of just share my daily life. Now it's not just me. It's, my husband won't be in the vlogs very often because he works. He works a 9 to 5, and I will too be working. So obviously I can't vlog while I'm working. But on the days that I am home, I would love to share a little bit of my life and kind of how I've settled into motherhood. So that being said, today is Tuesday. I think I mentioned that. We just got back from a 9-day vacation on Sunday. So I took yesterday to kind of get my house back in order. I have a little bit of cleaning up. I'm looking at my living room. I have a little bit of cleaning up to do, and I would like to get kind of through this stuff up here today. But my mom came and house sat for us for the first half of the trip while watching our dog, so that when my in-laws were on vacation with us, they were able to go for part of our vacation. It was a family vacation. They were able to go for part of it, and then they had to come home, and they took the dog at that point. So when my mom was here, she did a lot of laundry for me, which was so nice, and I can't thank her enough. And she weeded a little bit for me, because even though I'm home, and Sloan is amazing, she's very much she does her own thing. She hangs out by herself. She's a very content baby. She's not one that needs to be held. She actually doesn't prefer to be held a lot of the time. I'm able to get a lot of stuff done, but I want to spend all my time with her. I want to play with her, and there's a little bit of that mom guilt that everyone talks about. So, you know what, hold that thought. The dog is outside. There's a cat on the other side of the fence, and this could end up really bad. One second here. Okay, so I had to get her in because Bea who's our dog, she can jump the fence, and like I said, there was a cat on the other side of the fence, and that could have just ended up really bad. I don't need her in the neighbor's yard. So anyway, like I was saying, I like to spend my time with her. So in doing so, I figured why not kind of share a little bit of my life. So I figured that's what I would do today. I would start that process today. I'm definitely not going to be a daily vlogger or anything like that. I'm hoping to be able to get up like 2 videos a week. That would be really great. I do want to do some sit down videos still. I probably won't do, unless you guys want to see it, like a labor and delivery story. I can do that if that's something that is of interest. I went in for an induction. It was a failed induction. I ended up in a C-section. So I don't have a huge, drawn out, like amazing labor and delivery story. It definitely went completely unplanned. And there was some scary times to it, I will be honest. It became an emergency situation, but I don't know. If you guys want to hear about it, I will be happy to sit down and film that video. I know I haven't done anything to officially like announce her name. I haven't done anything to introduce you guys to Sloan. So if this is the first time you're hearing her name is Sloan Olivia. She is 12 weeks today, which means she was born on May 22nd. And you guys will see her in some of the vlogs. I won't be putting the camera in her face all the time. I'm a very much live in the moment type person, but I think it would be really fun to have these videos to look back on. It's crazy, like going through my phone and just seeing the pictures of, you know, like those first weeks and the first month, and now we're approaching month 3, and it's crazy. It's crazy how much she's changed, and her little personality has developed, and she's a very happy baby. We are very blessed that we have a very easygoing baby. She really doesn't get upset about much. She gets overtired and she fights sleep, and I would say those are the most difficult things that we have to deal with her. But I know she's in there stirring, so I'm gonna hopefully let her sleep for a little bit longer. I would like her to get as much sleep as possible today, since we're kind of trying to get back into a routine from vacation. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to either watch some TV or some YouTube, probably some YouTube. I'll probably do that for a little while, and then when she's up, I will get kind of moving and cleaning around here. I don't want to make too much noise because she's a very light sleeper, even though we use a sound machine. I have to get a workout in today. I am doing T25. I have done since postpartum, since I've been released to work out. I've done clean week, I've done 21 day fix, and now I'm on day 2 of T25. So I'm trying to get back into it. I was really bad on vacation, I'll be honest. I did not work out once. I tried. I got 13 minutes into my workout and she needed some attention. So that was that. My eating was definitely not on track. I'm following the 21 day fix eating plan still. So I have my containers. I'm counting that. I didn't count the creamer in this. I will count it as my dairy. But I just didn't measure it, which I should have done. But I'm going to sit down and drink my coffee, hang out. Like I said, I have some cleaning around the house to do. I have some laundry I need to get done. I need to probably clean up my floors and do a little bit of dusting. I'm noticing my kitchen table is pretty dusty from just nobody using it for the last week. I need to go get my nails done later this evening. We have stuff going on literally like every day this week. So I broke this nail, my middle nail, on vacation. Luckily, it's not super obvious because I just cut it down. I mean, it's much shorter than the other nails, and there's some of the powder missing off of it. But I did the pink for vacation. It's not my typical style, so I'm gonna go and get them redone tonight because my husband has a haircut tomorrow after work. Tomorrow after work, so I won't be able to go tomorrow. Thursday, I thought we had something else going on Thursday. I don't remember what Thursday is. Oh, my husband asked if he could clean, wax, and kind of detail his car for the Dream Cruise. Dream Cruise is a Michigan thing. It started a lot, I don't even know how many years ago, 50 some years ago, I want to say. And it's just where it's typically classic cars, but it's turned into like any type of like sports car or nice car, like a car that is worth admiring, essentially. You cruise up and down Woodward, which is a road here. And there's a lot of booths and different automotive companies get involved. And my husband works with, he doesn't work for an automotive company, but he works for a company that does prototypes for automotive companies. So he's really big into cars, and this is like the one thing that he looks forward to every year. Unfortunately, the actual cruise is on Saturday, and my brother is getting married on Saturday. So we are going to the Dream Cruise on Friday night. So he wants to get his car ready for that. So Thursday and Friday are spoken for. Saturday's the wedding. So I feel like it's a little crazy. It's a little busy. So needless to say, I'm going tonight to get my nails done. So I have to cook dinner before my husband gets home so that we can quickly scarf before I leave to go get my nails done. And then he'll kind of take care of Sloan and hang out with her for an hour or so while I'm gone. So I have chatted with you guys long enough. I am going to hang out. I will let you guys know when this little munchkin is awake, and see where the day takes us. Sloan got up, we got her changed, got her fed. She had about, I would say, maybe 3 to 4 ounces. She typically drinks between 4 and 6 ounces at a time. It really just depends. I had half of a bottle in the fridge that I heated up for her, and then I just made another one, and she only drank like half an ounce out of it. So we're gonna stick that in the fridge, and I'm going to make myself some breakfast. So let me find a lid for her bottle and get it in the fridge. So I have been, like I said, I'm following 21 Day Fix. I am going to make kind of like a random breakfast. I need to get some protein in. So here's the thing. I'm following the 21 Day Fix. However, I will say I probably am eating more dairy than they suggest, because for me, I get 1 blue container a day. I think that's pretty typical, 1 blue container. Okay, but I eat yogurt, and I'm not going to, like, obviously the type of yogurts you buy makes a big difference, but yogurt is something that I enjoy as a snack. I will eat yogurt. I more use this for like sour cream or for cheese, things that I overdo it on. So, I don't know. I'm kind of doing modified 21 Day Fix. Or I guess it would be like the Fixate, am I right on that? I don't know. I'm not a Beachbody coach. I just have the membership for Beachbody On Demand. So for breakfast, I am going to have, so I know I'm going to have, these are one of my favorite things ever. I can find them. These Vans Power Grain waffles are really, really good. I really enjoy these. They're made with whole grains. They're dairy and egg free, cholesterol free, no trans fat. A serving size is 2 waffles, but I only will eat 1. So it's 100 calories, 3.5 grams of fat. It's relatively high in carbs. It's 13 grams of carbs, but obviously it's bread, and it's 5 grams of protein. So I have one of these with a tablespoon of of peanut butter, because I get tablespoons, and then I put half of a banana on it, and then I'll eat the other half of the banana. So that is going to be my breakfast. Okay, so it is a little after 11 now. Sloan is still in her DITL. She is just about asleep. So I'm going to leave her there, see how long she rests while I start working on the pantry. So this is our pantry right here, which is definitely a coat closet. It's a mess, you guys. It is such a disaster. I need to go through and just pitch and clean, and I don't know, we have a lot to do in all of this. So I am going to start by grabbing some garbage bags out of the kitchen, and we will see how far I can get. I'm gonna turn on some music quietly since Sloan is trying to sleep, and I'm gonna see how far I can get. I have some an extra crock pot, and there's actually a coffee maker tucked back there that we don't really use very often. The crock pot I use for parties. Matt and I discussed that this fall we want to do football Sundays at our house, kind of host them every weekend, and whoever can make it can make it. And so I know I'll be doing a lot of chili and stuff like that in the crock pots since we're doing that. And then the coffee pot is from my mother-in-law. I don't know if it was when we bought this house or when we moved into, I want to say it was even when we were in college and we moved into a townhouse together. She bought a coffee pot for herself because she said that she didn't like the Keurig. She's never once used it. I've used it for a party and that was it. So I have that. I'll put it down in storage downstairs. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that's expiring soon. I have Bisquick that's gonna go bad this week. So I will probably, or this month, I will probably make maybe a whole bunch of sausage balls and go and get the stuff to make those and freeze them because those are super delish. All right, so it is now 11:48. So I got everything in the pantry cleaned out. So up top I have my pressure cooker, crock pot, and then there's two small what are these? Not cast iron, but roasting type things. I have a few chips and bigger snacks. I have this snack bucket that has smaller stuff, popcorn, that kind of thing in it. Nuts, and a little bit of baking stuff I have. This is all boxed stuff, rice, pasta, things like that. These are the little drink stick things, Crystal Light packets. We use these a lot, so I know that's not really where they belong, but we reach for those often. This is my canned goods. This is pretty much all I have for canned goods. Most of it's tomatoes, beans. I have tuna, chicken stock. I had a frosting that I didn't know what to do with it. Down here, flour, sugar, there's rice, and a little bit of pasta in the back. I have croutons and that sort of thing there. Baking mixes. This is all vinegars, honey, extra dressings, mayo, thing like that I haven't been opened yet. And then on the bottom, I just have our extra coffee, Yonanas, Matt's protein. These are just extra containers, and clothespins. We use those for chip clips. This is just an extra container we have here. An extra dog water thing that we don't really use. And then Bea's treats. There's a water dispenser thing to go. There's an extra collar in there. And then her food. And then in the very corner we have It's a doorstop that I put out during Christmas, but it's a brick, so I don't put it with my Christmas stuff because it's too heavy to put in a thing. So I just stick it in here for the time being because you don't see it. So pantry is cleaned. I don't even want to talk about the garbage bags situation that I have to go out. I'm gonna take those out to the garbage. Sloan is getting upset. I'm sure she's starting to get hungry. So I'm going to get her fed, changed, dressed for the day, cleaned up. I'm gonna get this table cleaned off, and I have a little bit of stuff in my kitchen, and then I have to take these garbage bags out. And we'll be good. Okay, so it is now 12:16. I got Sloan fed, changed. She is over here playing on her play mat. I have to get my kitchen kind of straightened back up because it's a little bit of a mess. Just get my counters and stuff cleaned up. Bottles put away. I have mail to sort. So yeah, I'm gonna get this kind of straightened up really quick, and then it'll probably be time for me to make lunch. I'm thinking I'm gonna have lunch around 1, and we will be good to go. What are you doing? What are you doing? So we're all just hanging out. I'm going to sit down. I have to get this area cleaned up too. Really quick, that'll only take me a few minutes. I might as well show you guys the jewelry box. So this jewelry box is from Kendra Scott. I'm a huge Kendra Scott fan. I have quite a bit of her jewelry. And when we were in Savannah on vacation, well, we were actually vacationing in Hilton Head, South Carolina, but we drove to to Savannah for the day. And when we were there, I saw this, which was one of their display pieces, and I told Matt, I'm like, that is perfect. I love it. It has just enough storage. Like, I would love to have something like this. And in my opinion, I thought like something that's like white, I don't know what they call this, I forgot. But it has like the acrylic handles with the gold detailing, really nicely lined. I thought that this was gonna be like 500 plus. Like, I was expecting it to be pricey. So he asked one of the ladies if they sold them there, and she said yes. And he asked how much it was. And this, when I got it, and as far as I know, yesterday when I looked, which was Monday, this was selling for $250. She said that it was going up in price, but currently it is $250. So you can order it on the Kendra Scott website, and they actually have a smaller version that doesn't have a clear top, and it's like probably, it's less than half the size. I would say like it's maybe 2 drawers tall and maybe like half as wide. But I think that one was like $175 or $170, so it really wasn't a huge difference, and I definitely wanted the bigger one. So the top opens like so, and I just have more of my like everyday things that I wear in here. I have 2 pairs of Kendra Scott hoops, my studs, and then I have my fertility bracelet, and then another just little bauble bar bracelet in there. I have my Sloan necklace from Jay's Jewels in here. I think it's turned the other way so you don't see her name, but it has Sloan on it, and it's rose gold. This is my rosary from the Vatican. When Matt went for work, he picked that up for me, and then one of my Kendra Scott bracelets and my watch. And then there's 2 drawers that pull out. So this one has dividers like this, and I have several of my Kendra Scott necklaces there and here. I have a Kate Spade Mrs. necklace, just another feather necklace, some of my Alexani bracelets, bauble bar, and some earrings back there. And then the bottom drawer has this big open area that I put like chunkier statement necklaces. I don't have a ton of them. I got rid of a lot of the stuff. I kind of like limited down my stuff here as far as like what I wore. And then I have more like statement earrings and more affordable type earrings up through here. And honestly, like, I will go through these again, and things that I don't wear, I'll probably get rid of. Like, these are super cute, but I don't see myself wearing that type of earring very often. So if I'm not wearing them, they're gonna get pitched. Same with like these ones. I have these ones that are very similar, but they're much smaller. I feel like I would wear these a lot more than I would wear those. So I might kind of weed through and get rid of some of this stuff if I don't wear them, but it's nice to be able to see what I have. So I have all that in there, and then I have several more watches, and probably a few more jewelry pieces that I'm like missing or didn't put in here that are like in my makeup room and things like that. And then the rest of my watches are in my husband's watch case because he's a watch collector. So this is really pretty. It's gonna sit on my dresser and I'll be able to see what I have. But I figured I would share that with you guys because for 250 bucks, I think this was a really, really good deal. Okay, so it is now 12:39. I got sucked down the rabbit hole of Instagram and didn't clean my kitchen, and now I'm kind of getting hungry. So I was going to heat up my leftovers from last night, which was chicken lettuce wraps and roasted broccoli, but I'm kind of not feeling that. So I think I'm going to have just kind of like a snacky lunch. Some teriyaki chicken, maybe a slice of Swiss cheese, and the neighbor brought over this huge bag. Woo, I'm losing paper towels. Brought over this huge bag of cucumbers and bell peppers. So I think I'm gonna slice up some cucumber and put some just like garlic salt on them and kind of just snack for now, and then if I get hungry later, I'll do a real lunch then. I think is kind of what I'm gonna do. Because like I said, I'm not feeling it with eating like a full-on lunch. And I was gonna have my turkey and Swiss on this, but I already had that waffle, and I have some carbs planned for dinner. So, this boar's head, it's the boar's head Ichiban teriyaki chicken. It's a little pricey. It's usually around $10 a pound, but it is so I'm gonna cut all this up, get my lunch ready, and I'll check in with you guys. So I have 4 pieces of that chicken just rolled up, about half a cucumber I just cut into chunks, and put some of this Jane's Crazy Chunky Garlic seasoning. It does have a little bit of sodium in it, but it's really good. I put some of that on top, and then I have 2 pieces of Swiss cheese. So boring, not very colorful, but it will do the trick. Okay, so it is now 2 o'clock. I'm looking more and more like a wreck as the day goes on. I just fed Sloan, and I actually laid her down in her crib for a nap. This is the first time I've done that. Typically, if she naps during the day, or when she naps during the day, it's in the DITL. And I was kind of conflicted because if I do go to work and she does come with me, I don't want it to be where she only will sleep in her crib. As of right now, she'll pretty much fall asleep wherever, and I kind of like that. So I was really conflicted if I should start putting her down for naps in her crib or not. I laid her down, I don't know, maybe like 3 minutes ago, and she had fallen asleep in my arms prior when I was feeding her. She only drank like an ounce, and she's awake, but she's content. So I'm hoping she falls asleep. If I can get a decent amount of time out of her, it would be amazing. So she has been in there for 15 minutes and there's no signs of her going to sleep. She's content, so I'm gonna leave her, but she's talking and she's kicking and she's sucking her thumb. So we'll see. I don't see her taking a nap though. She's wide awake. All right, so I have my workout on. Shanti and I have a workout date, and I have to still put on my shoes. I haven't done that yet. They're sitting here. So I'm going to jump in, get my workout done, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Okay, so I just finished my workout. She ended up waking up. She never fell asleep, but she ended up starting to cry. So I ran and got her. I finished my workout. It wasn't great, but I got it done. I will be honest and say T25 is a program, if you're familiar with it, that I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with getting in the mindset of it. I don't know. I was really excited to try it. I love 21 Day Fix, and I feel like maybe I should have just done another round of that. But I'm going to at least make it through this week, and if I can't like get myself to where I'm enjoying the program, then I'm going to go back to 21 Day Fix, just because it's not like an easy thing, because 21 Day Fix is intense. There's some workouts in there that are rough and they're tough, but I just felt like the muscle, I'm a weights person. I love to lift weights, and this is coming from somebody that's generally obviously needs to lose some weight. But I do love to lift weights over cardio. That's just my preference. So the 2 workouts that I've done, I did cardio and I did speed today, have been difficult. It's difficult to like want to do those workouts. So we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna cool off and relax for a few minutes, and then I am going to probably try and feed her, since she fell asleep while I was feeding her before, and now she's yawning and she's probably gonna fall asleep. She's like a little wiggle worm in this DITL while I was trying to finish my workout. I don't know if you guys can see her. Okay, so I decided I needed a little snack, so I have a purple container full of cherries. They're really good. They're super ripe. Like, I'm hoping I can eat them all before they go bad. They're really good though. Okay, so it is about 4:40. I just texted Matt to see if he is leaving at 5 so that I can start dinner if he is. I quickly jumped in the shower. Not that you can tell. I'm super red though. Hot water felt really good. I jumped in the shower to rinse off after working out. I felt like I needed to do so. So I did that. I threw on a t-shirt and leggings, and this is what I'm going in. I was gonna throw on a little bit of makeup, more like tinted moisturizer, mascara, and fill in my brows to go get my nails done. But then I figured, you know what? It's not worth it. So you guys all get to see this in all its glory. Yeah. I promise I do wear makeup still. So I'm waiting for him to text me back, because if he's leaving directly at 5, which he should be because he knew that I needed to go get my nails done today, I'm going to start dinner because he'll be home probably like 5:15, 5:30 at the very latest, because he has to stop at Costco. So like really in theory, like it takes him like 10-15 minutes to get home, but who knows how busy Costco is going to be. So he has to do that. My little child is still hanging out in the DITL. I swear she doesn't hang out in there all the time. It's just if I'm holding her, it's really hard to film. So she was napping while I ran and took a shower, and I could hear her talking. I was glad it was talking and not crying, but she is up watching TV, talking to it actually. I'm going to probably put her back on her playmat. We have one of those, I don't know if it's an exerciser, a bouncer. It's like that activity thing that they sit in and bounce. I know you're not supposed to use that until your child has like pretty strong head abilities. What am I thinking of? Has head and neck strength. She's pretty good. I mean, she's not even 3 months. So I know it's probably a little early for that, but I just feel like I have to find something for her, because I don't know. She's not enjoying the mat. I mean, she likes to play down there on that activity mat. It's the skip hop one. She does like it, and it has music, and there's things for her to play with. But she gets bored very, very quickly with that. She does not like her swing. and she just wants to sit up. Like, she'll lay in the DITL. That is her favorite thing ever. Like, she loves the DITL. And she lays in that a lot, and she laid in it a lot from the very beginning because that's just where we put her. And I have no problem with that, but obviously, like, she's wanting stimulation and we want to give her stimulation. I just don't know what else to do. I know there's so much like controversy with the bumbo seat, and we have one. My brother and his fiance got us one. I didn't register for it. They got it for us, and I'm very like back and forth on if I want to use it. And I'll be completely honest, if I knew where he got it from, I probably would have just returned it, but I don't know where it's from. So I feel like if she's still a little too young for that. She's being so cute right now. I just feel like she needs some more stimulation that she's not quite getting from just laying on the floor on like a blanket with her toys or on the playmat. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Like, I was thinking about getting the foot piano. And I still might do that. I don't know. I've never had a baby before, so like I knew we needed a swing. Our high chair actually is one that can recline back, so you can use it for younger children. And I kind of was thinking of possibly even putting her in that tonight while I cook dinner and seeing if she's content in there with some of her toys, because she does like to sit up. So I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna have to adjust the straps if I do that because I think they're too high. We'll go from there. I don't really know yet. All right, so it is now 4:53. I'm getting dinner underway. Tonight we are going to do this turkey smoked sausage. I'm gonna saute that up with some bell peppers and onion, and then I'm also going to make pierogies. I think I'm gonna throw these right in with this to saute up. We'll see how it works. Never made it all together. We're gonna give it a try. And then typically I would do like sauerkraut, but we've been really enjoying the sauteed slaw mix lately. Leanne from Grady's mom mentioned that she does this, and it is just like, it is so good. So I saute this up with a little bit of olive oil, and then I throw in some everything but the bagel seasoning and a little bit of black pepper, and it is so good. So that is dinner tonight. We have bell peppers from the neighbor's garden. I have an onion. I'm gonna slice that all up, slice up my turkey sausage, and get it on the stove. Really loud, and I apologize, but in here I have the onions, peppers. I sauteed those, got those pretty well sauteed. I threw in the kielbasa, and then I threw in the little mini pierogies. I'm just gonna let that cook all up, really until like the kielbasa is brown and the pierogies are cooked. I mean, they're already cooked, but until they're thawed and have some good color to them. And then here I just put down a little bit of olive oil, and those are all cooked in olive oil, and a tiny little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter. And here I just had olive oil. I threw in that entire bag of coleslaw mix, and then I gave it a hefty sprinkling of everything but the bagel seasoning. So that's super easy. We'll let that continue to cook. Let this continue to go, and we will have dinner. Alright, so here is what it looks like. The sausage, peppers, onions, pierogies, the sauteed slaw mix, and then I have some sour cream. It looks like much more on the plate there than it really is. I like to dip my pierogies in.